Could we put up an awning in case it rained? Where were the chairs and lectern coming from when one of the nameless Liberal Party hangers-on piped up? Done much public speaking before, Mr. Probert Lloyd? Harry turned to him. Before I went blind, I was a barrister, so my job consisted of very little but public speaking. But Mr. Ears on a Stalk Miniver wasn't having that. Left off what he was saying to put Harry right. Speaking in public isn't the same as public speaking, Harry. Electioneering is all about carrying a crowd with you. More like rabble-rousing than reasoned argument. I turned away to watch a carpenter mitring the end of a plank. We'd been in Tregaron 2 days already, and I was sick of it all. Sick of the elections, sick of Miniver and the endless people who seemed to be working for him. Sick of being introduced to men who Miniver always called one of us. This is Mr. So-and-so, he's one of us. Liberal Party supporters, he meant. Was I one of us? I didn't know, to be honest. Most of all, I was sick of having nothing proper to do. For the last couple of months, I'd got used to working flat out, whether it was learning the stewarding trade or studying for my solicitor's exams or going all over the Tavy Valley with Harry as coroner's officer. But here, on what Miniver called the canvas, I was nothing more than a note-taker and noticer of things Harry couldn't see, and unwilling ally to Jonas Miniver. What do you think, Mr. Davies? He'd ask every time Harry looked unhappy about something he'd been asked to do. I knew he just wanted me to talk some sense, but every time he asked for my opinion, it felt as if he was trying to get me on his side against Harry. I watched the carpenter putting his 2 mitered planks together in a right angle and longed for some honest work that didn't involve telling people what they wanted to hear. I didn't know it, but I was about 10 seconds away from salvation, and the person who was going to save me was clumping across the square on heavy legs. "Excuse me." The boy might be panting like a sow in the sun, but somebody had taught him his manners. "I'm looking for the coroner." I stepped forward. "This is Mr. Probert Lloyd, the acting coroner," I said. The boy had asked the question in Welsh, so he probably didn't speak English. "Who's died?" "Mr. Rowland, our teacher down in Llanddewi Brefi. Fell out of the loft, he did. Mr. Jones the Plwyfwas sent me." "The Plwyfwas has done the right thing," Harry told him. "Has the body been moved?" Llanddewi Brefi might be a bit out of the way, but I was pretty sure that the parish constable, this Mr. Jones, would have heard that the acting coroner was fussy about his corpses. There'd been a case a few weeks before where Harry hadn't been called in until the body had been taken home, washed and laid out. Nobody in the Tavy Valley would be making that mistake again. You could see that the boy was thrown by Harry speaking to him in Welsh. "No, sir," he stammered. "Mr. Jones said we should leave it for you to see." Harry turned to Miniver and the others. As usual, politeness put him at a disadvantage because the more directly he looked at them, the less he'd be able to see. "Gentlemen, I'm afraid there's been a death that requires my attention, so I shall have to take my leave. Will you excuse me?" Miniver wasn't having any of that. Rubbed his hands together as if he hadn't heard better news in a week. "Excellent," he said. "An in vivo demonstration of your methods. Who could have wished for better?" Harry. I would not have admitted it to anybody, even to John, but I welcomed Schoolmaster Rowland's death like a gift from the gods. For weeks now, Miniver had been taking me about, praising me to party supporters, discussing strategy and introducing me to the men who would organise public meetings in the fortnight running up to nomination and polling day. And though my determination to secure the coronership had not wavered, I found myself ill at ease with the election process. From the outset, I had had misgivings about becoming embroiled in politics, an attitude Miniver clearly found naive. "Despite a general sympathy for your recent bereavement," he'd said on his first unannounced visit to Glantavy as he moved restlessly around the drawing room, "I fear you lack allies in Cardiganshire, Mr. Probert Lloyd, and you're going to need support. Substantial support." I had not known how to respond to his oblique reference to my father's recent death, or how to ask what kind of support he had in mind. I feared sounding embarrassingly ignorant, but Miniver continued as if my very lack of response had been an answer. "If you're going to succeed..."